consortium will actually see the advantage of being a member of the consortium. So as Jennifer was saying, the one thing that we have focused, or that we have seen that is a primary goal of the consortium, is this workforce development initiative. So basically, our vision here is to make the Commonwealth of Virginia a center of excellence, if you wish, for both skilled and technical trained labor. So for that, what we are doing and what we have done is we have convened a meeting from all kinds of people, experts in labor from all the organizations in the industry. And in fact, that meeting took place last week. So they started to develop first steps towards putting together this workforce development initiative. So one thing that I wanted to ask, and of course the representatives not here, we wanted to know whether the community colleges were going to be involved in this initiative. And
they're supposed to have a designee on this. That's why I asked for the statute.
Do they have a designee? And they have. Well,
John's going to
he's not here today. Yeah. So that question. We would have approached him separately, but since we were going to come here to present our status, we thought that it would have been maybe better to ask him while we are here. So bottom line, either Randy or maybe you can officially put us in touch, because we definitely think that the community colleges may be interested in being a part of this.
Yeah, I would say, in fact, I was invited to participate in the work group on workforce training, because Lisa Hicks Thomas at Dominion is also a former member of the McDonnell administration, former Secretary of Administration, and she's been asked to lead that work group. And so she just had me come and had Carrie, who is the consortium representative, come to talk about the context, what the authority does, what the consortium does. Right. But it was a fabulous meeting. Sparks were flying in terms of connections between the members there. And they talked about the BCCS and the right moment for bringing them in and getting them at the table. But lots of really good ideas, shared information about what the different companies at the table are already doing, and how those things might be shared among the members of the consortium and the sector in Virginia, but also be established more broadly in Virginia to support the workforce and to address the pending workforce shortage in the nuclear industry. So it was great. I'm really glad to be there.
So we'll keep you up to date on the next steps, but that's where we are in that one initiative. The second initiative that we consider very important is education and outreach. So we would like to use the consortium as a facilitator to coordinate statewide effort in education and outreach for nuclear science and technology in general. So we are what we are doing there right now is we are trying to identify the gaps and the opportunities in our area. And then the third thing that we are trying to do is to facilitate the technology and assets in Virginia. So we are trying to figure out, this is kind of a little bit a continuation of something that the authority did. Remember, they did this inventory of nuclear assets in Virginia, not only facilities, but assets in general. So we were actually focusing more on the actual facilities to make sure that we know what we have and we preserve what we have, or maybe try to push towards achieving facilities that we may not have, right? So our initial example that we are focused right now is the BMW IST facility in Lynchburg, which you may know that is now going through a bumpy stage. So BMW is trying to find support. They are trying to find a consortium or somebody that is going to help support that facility for the long term. So we actually tried to have a meeting there a couple of weeks ago, but of course we had a snow day, so we couldn't have it. I know, shocking. It's totally shocking. So actually, we have the next meeting that we have at the CAER at the ISD facility is going to be this Thursday, so basically in 2 days. So we are going to do the facility. We are going to be in discussions with BMW and different stakeholders from Virginia and outside of Virginia to discuss what are potential mechanisms or something to maintain that facility afloat and hopefully keep it within the control or the management of the facility within the Commonwealth. So again, we'll give you an update of what's going to go.
Just to be clear, IST is
Integral.
service type thing.
I thought it was it's a system test.
Yeah, so this is the integral test that they are using for the Empower.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, Jerry. Okay, integral system test. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the very large
That's the one that's at the,
CAER.
okay.
Correct.
Okay, yes, I've seen it.
Yeah. So that is very cool. So basically, this is a very large experimental facility that they use for the small modular reactors, passive safety systems validation. So this is a very, very unique. There's no such a facility pretty much. I mean, in that size, there really isn't anything like that everywhere else.
In terms of your executive director, you mentioned that you want to have she on board to help with the structure. In terms of the timing of that, your corporate members pay fees,
Right.
but can they pay fees in the executive director's pay position?
Right.
And you haven't established your tax structure yet, so can you accept
Right.
fees?
So this is
So how do
very
you
tricky.
coordinate all the
This
timing
is
of
very
that?
tricky. So I mean, and that was part of the whole request for proposals to all these lawyers and all these accounting firms and everything. This is very tricky because we are telling them, okay, give us an estimate on how much it's going to cost us. Yet you're not going to be paid until you set it up because we cannot charge fees to any of the members until we have a bank
And you can't hire an
account.
executive
We
director.
cannot have a
Can't
bank
open an
account
account.
until we have a tax ID. We cannot have a tax ID until we have. I mean, so this is all very. Yeah, you're right. And we cannot hire anybody until we don't have a way to. We don't exist to hire them. So yes, this is all a little bit.
You could do some recruiting and
surely
hiring
that-
and starting this.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, we can recruit and there is some good faith efforts that are taking place until all the formal arrangements can officially be made. Yeah.
Do you know who owns the facility in Lynchburg now?
Yeah.
Is it the
facility-
CAER?
No. So the facility is owned by BMW, and it is hosted at the CAER. So as far, I would say that the CAER is the landlord, if you wish, but the owner and the operator of the facility is BMW. So that's the thing. What is needed is to develop some sort of structure, organizational, but also financial, to support the ongoing functioning of that facility. I mean, the cost of paying the rent, paying electricity, paying the operators, all that stuff.
And is that a facility that any industry member might be able to use for a variety of purposes?
That is a good question. That is something that's part of the plan today. So I think that there is a lot of universities in the U.S. that would be very interested in having access to the facility. So one of the ideas that is being floating around is to get the Department of Energy to support the facility somehow with some of the research funding that may be available. So, but of course, there was no budget for some of those things. So they have to figure out what would be the financial mechanism of the type of research grant that may be available from the DOE or from others to support the facility. And then all those discussions, yeah, NRC,
And the
yeah.
consortium might be in a position to receive those funds and sort of step into the shoes of B&W?
You know, I think that, I mean, on you can make
Those are some of the options that
yeah,
we're, that's why we want to have the meeting.
right, so, but I think that the consortium,
Exciting possibility.
yeah, the consortium, I think that one of the things that we weren't sure is whether the consortium wanted to take management
Responsibility.
role.
Right.
So maybe what we wanted to take is more of a facilitation role. So maybe we can help to make sure that we develop the right entity that should take control of managing that facility, but it may not necessarily be the consortium itself.
Right.
And so I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that question is. This is part of the discussions that will take place on Thursday and on
Yeah, I could definitely see the consortium helping to facilitate coordination and marketing and getting more individuals or organizations to utilize its resources and assets and capabilities so that it maintains itself.
Exactly.
I don't know that the consortium's in a position to own
Own
or
it,
manage it.
exactly.
Yeah, we-
But
I don't-
nevertheless,
that
you
hasn't
could
been the
certainly help
pri-
facilitate
Yeah, that
that.
hasn't been the primary discussion. Really, it's been more about, is there a role for the facility in our focus on workforce development,
Right.
on education, on outreach, and it's just, we're sort of keeping the slate open right now.
Well, there's certainly a dialogue about the promulgation and the maintaining of the assets in the state of Virginia, their capability to
Right.
provide good
Absolutely.
research and
Absolutely.
capabilities.
And
And
to
I know
market
IST's
that.
been used a number of times by other different organizations. It's just, you know, as you get to, there is some, I'm not going to, I have to be careful about this word, discretionary funding within DOE when they set up all of their research and grants. There are some that don't get assigned initially. And maybe there's something out there, I don't know how
Right.
much that would be. but
Right,
we
I
can
mean,
assist
and that
you.
is the problem. I mean, I don't, again, I don't know the numbers because I haven't been there, but what we've heard through reports is like we are looking at $1 million a month or something like that. I don't know that that's any kind of money that certainly the consortium doesn't have. I don't know who may have that and for what. So yes, I don't know what the answer to all those questions is. But certainly, you know, this facility is a unique facility. As we move forward for small modular reactors, which, you know, were recently declared a renewable energy source by the Obama administration, not yesterday or 2 weeks ago, something like that, right? So, I mean, they were listed among the renewable energy sources that somebody could choose. So that is a good thing. So as we move forward with the small modular reactors, this facility is unique, and this facility is in Virginia, and this facility was built partly with tobacco commission money, so definitely we didn't want to lose track of that facility.
If it's research, we want to make sure that
Right.
the state schools have opportunity first, and it doesn't
Exactly.
bypass
Sure.
the Commonwealth.
Exactly. So this is why Virginia Tech, the University of Virginia, VCU, we are definitely interested in that, but also why BNEC is going to be trying to facilitate this whole thing.
Well, it has been and should be able to continue to be a revenue-producing asset. So the important thing is not only do you have the aspect of the research and development, the training workforce, but also a revenue-producing asset that can help support its actual existence. So you may not have to come
Support
up
itself.
with a full $1 million a month to facilitate the coordination of it. And many times what you find out is that entities and organizations that have used it, may consider using it again, aren't aware that it's in jeopardy of being lost. And so we have to somehow find a way to get the word out so that we can get those entities that otherwise may be planning or might consider using it to be aware of that, so that if they're thinking of giving their work someplace else, they can do that here. So it really needs to be as you get through that, that's the concerted kind of effort you'll probably need to do
I
as the
think that
consortium.
BNW, they have done a very good job, I think, to reach out, to let potential stakeholders know about the status of the facility, because, I mean, I know of many universities that are maybe richer than VCU or Virginia Tech, but they are really counting minutes to get all of that facility. So the question is, should we, I mean, it would be good to make sure that the facility doesn't become an asset for universities in, you know, Massachusetts or California or elsewhere. Yeah, exactly. So,
I think it's fair to say that the authority can assist you and be interested in doing so. We just can't do it at three of us at the same time, in the same location.
right.
Members of the authority
Members of the
interested in
Right,
that.
right.
Members of the authority,
No,
yeah.
so we'll keep you posted, and